I have to say, speaking of being lucky, I feel pretty lucky to be 5 feet away from that across the console, because we were maybe 3/4 of the way back at Toad's Place last night. So it's nice to get up close and personal to such an energetic song like that.
Oh, thanks very much. I hope you, sorry, it's a little stripped down.
No, it's great though. Since we were a little bit further back last night, I wasn't actually able to tell what you were playing your guitar with later on.
For Moped, that was a toothbrush.
That was a toothbrush. Then subsequently I read online that you like to bring the toothbrush into the act, so I thought, oh, that must have been what it was.
It's the toothbrush is ideal, but I often forget it or lose it. But last night, I had to sacrifice my own toothbrush.
You just used your own toothbrush
for art.
So what is it about the toothbrush that adds to the guitar playing?
It's the rubber handle that sort of mutes the strings. Otherwise, it's too bright when you tap, and also you can hold it by the bristles for an easy grip.
There you go.
Even though they say that the rubber handle is for the easy grip.
The bristles are also good for gripping. Have you experimented with other household items? Yeah.
Well, if the song started with a pen, it was perfect because it had a
one of those rubber grip pens.
Yeah, but I lost that. And then also we had Sharpies, but the bottom kept falling from the top.
Oh, right.
Sometimes I use Willis's wire brush, but that almost is too much, too boomy.
Yeah. Almost too bright or something, maybe.
And then human bones, like Adam said. But those are too tinny sounding.
The bones are too tinny?
Yeah, because the marrow's gone. Sorry.
Wow, that's very gothic. We just went to a really dark place. That's Well, it leads to, it's a really interesting look on stage too, to be holding this. We couldn't tell what it was, but okay, so toothbrush. You don't see that a lot,
That's the only thing we got. That's like our
your trademark.
That's the platform.
You should do a T-shirt with a toothbrush on it, or have you?
Not yet. What we are looking for is a sponsorship
from Crest or something.
something where, or if at the least, or maybe at the most, if people would show up with toothbrushes
and throw them on stage.
And then our hope was to never have to buy one again. But we don't mean to exploit audience members. It's not about that. But if they wanted to,
rather than underwear, they could throw toothbrushes.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, that big Colgate sponsorship could be what really, breaks everything wide open for you. That could be the next big lucky break.
I'm sure Kill Rock Stars would be totally stoked on that.
It's worked for other artists. I read someone suggested that you were, and they meant this as a great compliment, but you were one iPod commercial away from just being the hugest thing. So
if we could be one iPod commercial away from paying rent, that would be amazing. Yeah.
So we'll contact Steve Jobs and let him know.
Yeah.
Well, they've got the new iPhone coming out, so they're going to be looking for some.
Have they? Oh, man. Is he listening right now?
I don't know. Maybe Steve? We can.
Yeah.
We'll email him a link. Email apparently works. So.
I'm going to write a song with his name in it and see how that goes.
There you go. So since you guys have found yourselves, and I should remind people who've just tuned in, or let people know who just tuned in, we're talking to Thao and the Get Down, Stay Down here in studio. They played Toad's Place in Richmond last night with Rilo Kiley, doing a 2 or 3 week tour with those guys. And tomorrow night you are going to be down in Norfolk, right? At the Norva.
That's correct.
Okay. So now that you guys sort of have camped out on opposite ends of the country for most of the time, I guess tell us a little bit about your writing process, and is it a collaborative effort, or is it mostly you, or?
It's all Willis, actually.
It's actually Willis with the Get Down, Stay Down. I write the songs, and then I present it nervously to these guys, and they write their parts, and then we collaborate on arrangements and what else we think would be better for it.
Are you do you actually sort of send files across the country of like your recorded parts, and then they fill in the gaps a bit? And
only when I'm able to borrow my friend's Mac, because she has a GarageBand on it. But elsewise, we just wait.
Nice subtle Apple plug, by the way. Steve Jobs, if you're listening.
Mac. What can I, I mean, my Dell can't do it. I don't even know where I left it. Thing's useless.
Are you working on new material now? I mean, you've actually had this stuff in the can for a while, right?
This last album? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it was finished a long time ago, yeah, and it was just released in late January. We actually have to be recording the new album starting January, which would mean that I would have to be writing songs. But
it
it's
would
really
mean that,
hard.
wouldn't it?
It's it would mean that. But we're on tour, and you get so stagnant.
I'm sure.
And you're just kind of half dead until the nighttime. So I haven't been able to really form sentences. And all you do is want to eat and sleep. But eventually we'll have a couple months off, and I'll just try to make some stuff up.
So you can use your holiday time in December to
That's right.
quickly write 11 songs.
I'm going to be using A Christmas Story as the background.
There you go. The marathon, the 24-hour marathon. It can be very inspiring. Are you going to work with the same producer that you did last time?
Tucker Martinez on board, which we're thrilled about because he's fantastic to work with. And this time we'll have more time because last time we didn't have time. I just want to see how many times I could say time. We recorded that last record in about 10 days. It was very roughshod, kind of shotgun deal. But Tucker's amazing, and we're looking forward to it.
Excellent.